Hi guys, with our holidays coming to a close and our bodies wanting to feel strong and healthy, I'm going to educate you on 5 poses that you can do standing that will feel like a great release and a detox. So I call these my 5 standing poses for detox. So feel free to grab a yoga block if you have one. And if you don't have a block, you can use a tall water bottle or you can use any other item that simulates this design to help yourself with these poses. So we're gonna start standing with your palms facing forward. So I'll turn towards you so you can just see this anatomical position. And then from here, you're gonna inhale your arms way up into the air and then lean back. Your arms can be apart or together. I'm gonna interlock my fingers and send my index fingers up and then lift my heart more. What's important is that I don't sink into my pelvis or bend my knees, but I stay lifted. Good, standing back bend, hold for 3. It's called Urdhva Hastasana. 2. And then on 1, neutral spine. And then release your arms down. So I encourage you, once I teach you these 5 poses, to repeat them a few times, okay? So standing back bend. And then from here, we're gonna inhale back up through our standing back bend. And then we're gonna exhale into a standing forward fold. So your feet are gonna separate. You'll notice my feet, I'll turn towards you, about as wide as my shoulders. And I just want you to fold forward here. This pose stretches the entire back of the body, from the back of the heels, through the legs, into the low back, into the back of the skull. And then you can take your hands and keep them here. They can rest on the top of your legs, or you can even wrap them around your legs and fold in. And if you're more bendy, then you can bring your feet closer together and fold in from there. Inhale, go ahead and lift halfway out of this pose, and then use that to come all the way up. So from your standing back bend, you'll move into the second pose, which is your standing forward fold. And then from here, we'll move into triangle pose. So we're gonna separate our feet. So if you wanna go to warrior 2 first, you can. And then you'll straighten your right leg. Now I'm gonna bring my back foot in just a hair. And I'm gonna use a block because my right hamstring has been injured before and it's still a little bit tender at times, so I wanna be careful to protect it. I'm gonna place my block on the inside of my foot. You can also do this pose outside of your foot. Press my hand into the block. Pull my left hip back through external rotation, which also pulls my left shoulder bone. And then from there, I reach up into the sky. Now this pose is great because it stretches the lateral side of the body. It forces fresh blood flow through the body because you're constantly moving and working for more. And if I notice that I feel pretty good, then what I can also do is turn the block to a lower height, press my hand into the block there, and then really push and pull and reach. Good, 3, 2, and then we'll come all the way up on 1 and we'll just switch sides. So bend the knee to come up, pivot your right foot in, spin your left foot out, and you're gonna be reverse me just because of the video. And then from there, we'll lower down and then reach up high. Now what's important is that you're not leaning forward. So this hamstring for me isn't injured, so technically I can go all the way down, but I prefer to stay even, so I try to just kind of work with the block on this side anyways and then force that external rotation of the right hip more as I reach up into the sky. Try to turn your eyes all the way up to your thumb. Breathe in and breathe out. And I feel this a whole lot in my low back, in my hamstrings, even into my neck some. And then on my breath out, I'm gonna slowly bend the left knee for safety of my hamstring and then rise up. Now turn both of your feet to face me. We're gonna take a wide-legged forward fold twist. So you're gonna fold forward, wide-legged pose, and lower down. This pose is great because again, it stretches the whole body. It gets a little bit more into your groin
And it allows you to fold in as far as you can. Now, if you'd like to use your block, you may. You're going to bring it underneath the shoulder in front of the feet, ground through your right palm, and then you'll raise your left arm high. Now, what tends to happen is that your hip drops, which you'll see here. So you want to pull your hip back into place by making sure your back is flat. So use this to twist and open. It's a gentle twist. It's not too much of a twist. And then you'll just bring this left hand down and you'll switch sides. Inhale, grow out of the pose. Again, see my hip, how it dropped? I'm going to pull it back. 3. Keep twisting. And then feel the difference. 1 twist to the other. 2. And then exhale, release on 1 and fold in. Good. Inhale, lengthen halfway. And then if your head is easily touching the ground, then what you can do is you can actually bring those feet in a little bit. So then you can fold in more on your own this way. Good, and then your last pose of this sequence is deep yogi squat. So you're gonna turn your feet out a little bit. Use your block if you would like to. The block has 3 heights, so high height, lowest height. And then if you need to, I'll demonstrate this. You'll just kind of have a seat on the block with your hands at your heart. Now, if you don't need to sit, then I'm just gonna remove the block just so you can see it. But you'll just be right here. And you're gonna work on using your triceps, your outer arms to press your legs open, and then your inner thighs to push back in. So there's a constant evolution of energy. Good, take a full inhale and a full exhale. This pose kind of brings you back to the beginning. So from here we can stand up. We can bring our feet together. I'm gonna turn forward. And then I would be inhale back into my standing back bend. Exhale back into my standing forward fold. Inhale, step back. And I would be in my triangle. Come on up, and then I would switch. And I would be in my triangle on the other side. I would meet you in the middle for my standing forward fold. I would twist to one side. Twist to the other side, refold, and then boom, I'm back in my deep yogi squat malasana. So pair these poses together, especially if your body's feeling off, and allow yourself to enjoy this short detox. Thanks, guys.